Okay, I think I'm live and I think I am unmuted, hopefully. And hopefully my connection is okay. I've been having a lot of issues with my Wi Fi lately and uh, lagging and all of that, so we'll see how this goes. I see that there are a few people watching. It's good to know that you're out there. Welcome. I was supposed to go live last night and I put a little stream up that said that I wasn't going to go live last night because I wasn't feeling well. And then later I saw a lot of people in in a chat, and they seemed really concerned for me, which I appreciate. Um, I appreciate it tremendously, and and they were asking, if I'm okay and all of that. And yes, I am okay. I will always be okay. So no worries there. But I just felt like I wanted to explain, like, um, when I didn't go live last night and I said I didn't feel well, it was nothing major. Like I'm not, on my deathbed or anything like that. Um, I know a lot of you probably know that I have mental health issues. Um, I am diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I also have PTSD. I also have OCD and most likely ADD. Uh, but also outside of the realm of PTSD, I have CPTSD from uh, challenges and issues that I had in my childhood. So, at any rate, that's a long way of saying that I have mental health issues that I deal with, and a lot of them affect my mood. Uh, so, from one moment to the next, if I am dysregulated, if my emotions are dysregulated, from one moment to the next, I could be in a completely different frame of mind. And when I get erratic like that, I know it's not a good time to uh, to be alive. And so, as the title says, I choose to explain. I want people to understand. I want them to understand that I'm not just abandoning them, that I'm not just flaky. It may look like I'm flaky, it may look like I'm irresponsible, it may look like I can't be depended on. And, you know, the honest truth is that um, those are things that can be true sometimes. I do appear flaky. I do appear irresponsible. I do appear to be someone who can't be depended on to keep their word. If I say I'm going to be somewhere and then I'm not there, it doesn't necessarily look like something that a person of good character would do on a regular basis. However, it has become part of my life um, because of the issues that I have. And so I want people to know that that's not personal, it's not intentional, and it's not done maliciously. I don't say things like, you know, I'm going to call you Friday at 4 o'clock and then not call in a malicious manner. Um, Usually, it's because number one, I genuinely forget. I get so wrapped up in everything that's going on in my own head that I genuinely would forget something like that. Hi, Jessica. It's good to see you. Thank you. And that's why I decided to leave a little message, is because I am trying to be accountable for the things that I say. And if I say I'm going to go live at a certain time on a certain day, I don't want people just thinking that I just blew them off. And I know it's last minute sometimes when I tell people that I won't be live, but that's because It's usually not until the last minute that I've actually decided whether or not I'm capable of it. Hi, Cass. It's good to see you. I love coming on here and I love spending time having conversations with people and interacting and being silly and having fun. And so I look forward to it. But at the same time, I know myself and I know that when I am, like I said earlier, dysregulated, that things could go sideways very quickly. And this was even a conversation that I had last night in the chat room, I believe, with Morgan for sure. I can't remember who all else may have been included in that conversation, but she said she's seen some things from older YouTube with my name in it of drama and stuff, and she hasn't watched them, and she needs to catch up on the Janie lore. And I told her, you know, just honestly, I used to be in a really bad place on here. I used to yell and scream and cuss and lose my temper and cry and carry on. And a lot of that was because of the things that were going on in my life at the time. But a lot of it also was because I had no idea how YouTube worked. I had no idea that anyone would come on here with the sole purpose of upsetting other people. That I just never fathomed that people came on here, you know, um, for the entertainment value of upsetting people. And once I realized that that was some people's goal on here, um, I realized I didn't want to be their entertainment for those reasons. If I'm going to be anyone's entertainment, I want it to be because, we're all having fun, including myself. And having fun at another person's emotional trauma is not a good time to me. And so, yeah, it was, like I said, it was a bad time in my life, but also I didn't understand I could not understand and wrap my head around the idea that there are people who um, give hours of their time uh, just to humiliate and be cruel to other people. I didn't get that. I couldn't get that. You know, um, maybe it was naivety. Maybe it was just I didn't want to believe that people could really be like that. I'm sure I've known people like that in my real life, but I think in real life it's not as blatantly obvious that someone is just really enjoying seeing other people feel bad. So, at any rate, I guard myself against that now. And when I know that I'm in a place where I'm not able to regulate my emotions, I choose not to go live. And sometimes I don't realize that I can't get them under control until the last minute. And so I do apologize for that. But I was feeling very erratic yesterday. And sometimes that happens. I can go a week, 2 weeks without having a bad day. But yesterday and the day before were particularly bad. Um, I was overstimulated, and my frustration tolerance was not good. Um, so yeah, I was feeling erratic. One minute I would feel like, yeah, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to go live and get to talk to the people I enjoy. And then the next minute I would be like, oh my God, you know, uh, I don't feel good. Like, not physically. I'm not talking about not feeling well physically. I mean, emotionally and mentally, although it does affect my physical, because when I said that, as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, but I didn't feel well physically. And what happens is, I don't know if a lot of people can. understand this. I'm sure that there are some, you know, enough people who can understand it. But I've spent so much of my life staying busy. Right, Cass, exactly. They don't make it so obvious. Well, they aren't bold enough. To do it online is kind of cowardly. To do it online where you don't have to face someone eye to eye and and you know face the consequences immediately. That's not nearly as easy as doing it online. At any rate, I've spent a lot of my life, and part of the reason, why uh, I have issues with OCD and being avoidant and being a workaholic and being um, constantly busy is because I've always kept myself so busy, whether that's busy mentally, busy physically, busy whatever. Sleeping is definitely a way of avoidance, of thinking of things, of uh, when memories pop up and things like that. I've kept myself so busy that when um, a memory or an intrusive thought or something like that comes around and I have not been busy enough. Hey, Kat, great to see you. Um, I start having physical reactions to things that I'm not ready to deal with yet. And, I've been dealing with these things since, gosh, I started seeing my first therapist when I was 10. Um, so, on some level, I've been dealing with these things since I was pretty young. But having trust issues, I've never really opened up enough to deal with everything yet. You can't deal with it all at once. So I have coping mechanisms in place, and they were, working constantly, working 3 jobs, going to school at the same time, um, taking, just everything, um, having 3 things going at once: a radio, a TV, and playing a game at the same time. Anything I can do to keep my brain and my thoughts so busy. Hi, Stellar. I have not seen you in forever. I mean, I watched your last series you did, and I loved it. But I mean, I haven't seen you like in a chat in a really long time. It's great to see you. So I start having physical effects from that. And one of the problems that I have is with um, my I can't think of the name of it. I know the name of it. You guys all know that I know what these things are called, but the word just slips my mind. Anyway, my system uh, gets flooded with adrenaline, and I have issues with being able, uh, with cortisol and adrenaline and all these things when these intrusive or traumatic memories and thoughts come up. If I can't get rid of them, the floodgates for all these chemicals open. And I've been hospitalized in the past, because I can't get that system to shut down. It has to do with the fight or flight and all of that. But at any rate, so I had some unexpected memories pop up the day before yesterday. And, my chest was flooded with that feeling of um, fluttering, and my arms went numb. And those are usually the first signs that I'm getting ready to have a bad reaction with not being able to calm my system down, that it's getting to be too much. Hey, Carla. And so, yeah, I spent the day before yesterday dealing with that, just trying to get myself back into a normal physical space, because I was having a rough time. And so yesterday, even though physically I was feeling better, I wasn't having that anxiety and panic reaction. Um, I was still trying to deal with the uh, the intrusive or the surprise memories that had come up, and you know, I would try and deal with it for a little bit, try and uh, figure out what's going on, and then I would be able to um, redirect myself for a little bit. Which, when these things come up, it's not always the best thing in the world to continue to try and redirect yourself, because they need to be dealt with. But at the same time, I really have a hard time doing that. And so that's what put me on a roller coaster yesterday. And yeah, so I just wasn't ready to face going live last night. Knowing that someone may say something that I may misread or take the wrong way, or just hit different because of the um, the mood that I was in. I don't want to be the person who flies off the handle at people and then has to backtrack and say, "Oh, I misunderstood." And in the past, I've been that person, and I don't like being that person. Cass, I'm glad that you don't have that kind of trauma. Um, I'm not sure how that works without trauma, because I've never dealt with anything like that without trauma. So, you know, I hope though, if you ever want to talk about things, I'm always around. And hopefully, Jeff was talking about a new YouTube Messenger, and that would be really cool because um, I miss YouTube Messenger. So yeah, well, I don't want to bring everyone down and make excuses for why sometimes I appear to be flaky, or why sometimes I'm not dependable. You can't count on me, and all of that. I don't. I don't feel like I owe everyone an explanation, but I do feel like because people showed so much concern for me, and asking me if I was okay, and saying they hope I get feeling better, that's very kind of them. And I just wanted to possibly make it easier to understand that I'm not trying to signal that I'm on my deathbed, or that everything is crap, and all that. It's something that I deal with on a regular basis, but I want people to know it's not personal. I i really don't want people um, to think that I'm just disrespectful of their time. I know I've felt in the past when someone blows me off at the last moment, especially when they do it consistently, that it could be because they don't look forward to spending time with me, or because they don't respect my time, or whatever. So I just don't want any of y'all feeling that way, because I do look so forward to coming on here and spending time with you when I'm capable of it, when I'm able to give you, you know, the best I have to give. Hey, Shannon, it's so good to see you. Right. That's just it. I don't know if I can do something almost until it's time to do it. I don't know. Can I pull myself out of this and do it. And sometimes I can. Sometimes I surprise myself. But other times I just feel like it's too big of a risk to take. Um, Number one, with my own dignity. I don't want to be the person who comes on here and yells and screams and cusses people out. But at the same time, with other people's dignity, I don't want to take that from other people either by losing my crap on them, you know? So that's it, and thank you though to everyone who was concerned and who asked me if I was okay and who hopes that I got to feeling better quickly. I do feel better today. Um, so that's something. I kind of tried to make a joke. I believe it was to, might have been Pebbles. She said, I hope you feel better very quickly. Or it might have even, I'm so bad with remembering who said what when I'm not in a good state. But at any rate, someone says, I hope you feel better really fast. And I was like, that's kind of the good point of this is that it's possible I could feel better really fast. It's also possible it might take me 2 or 3 days. That's what I never know. I never know um, how it's going to change. And sometimes it's almost momentarily, from 1 minute to the next, let alone 1 day to the next. So, yeah. Well, you stay cool out there, Stellar. Do not get overheated, please. But enjoy the outdoors. And thank you for stopping in. I have missed you. So yeah, that's one of the things, moment to moment for me. I could feel completely different. And that is an upside because I know that even if I'm having a bad moment, 10 minutes from now, I could be, over it. I just never know. I think we do too. Like I was saying, if I can keep myself busy enough, I don't think about things. And I know that's not healthy. I know that's not necessarily a good coping mechanism. But if I can, manage to not make it bigger than it is, and keep myself so preoccupied, it always helps to have something going on. So, but that's it. I just wanted to come on here. And like I said, even though I don't feel like anyone was demanding an explanation, the fact that people, you know, seemed to legitimately care about what was going on with me, I felt like I didn't owe an explanation for that, but I want people to understand. And I want people to realize that I don't do it intentionally. I don't do it maliciously. And I certainly don't do it as a personal affront to how much I enjoy spending time speaking with you and all of that. Um, I just know that there are times when I am not my best self. And if I can't come on here and be my best self, then I probably should not come on here. So that's it. Yeah, find us a good one. I was watching something recently and I thought about you and I thought about sending it to you. Can't remember right now, but when I remember, I will text it over to you. So that's it. If we want to keep chatting, that's fine. Now that that's out of the way, if y'all want to hang around and chat a while, we can. Or I can go ahead and end this if there's other things going on. I just feel kind of like a shit when I wait until like an hour before I'm supposed to go live and tell everyone I'm not going to go live. And I especially feel like a shit because then someone will say, oh, I was really looking forward to it. And I'm like, I know. And you probably think I wasn't, but I really was looking forward to it. So, yeah, it's nothing personal. I don't know if you can hear the cats going crazy behind me. They're climbing in their little catio, climbing the cage walls. Right, Shannon. I think we both learned a lot about that, right? It's not worth the damage that I do to my own self-esteem when I come on here and I can't regulate my emotions. Because this is another thing we were talking about last night in the chat. Um, no one can possibly cause more damage to me than I can cause to myself. And so, it's just, it's not worth the risk of me misunderstanding or misreading something or taking something the wrong way because I'm sensitive in the moment. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it to my self esteem, and it's certainly not worth it to the damage that I could possibly do to someone else's self esteem. Shannon, you and I, and actually, just in case, because, I'm sitting here talking about it, let me grab a link and put it up here, just in case anyone wants to. Shannon and I used to go at it, right? I hope that showed up, did it? Yes, and I'll pin it. We used to go at it. And here's the thing, there was really never any reason for Shannon and I to go at it and to say mean things to each other and, yell and scream and carry on. I think mostly it was that we misunderstood each other. Thank you, Cass. Yeah, I think I pinned it. And I think we're both in better places now, so that's good. And we were able to see that we had so much in common that all that was for nothing. Well, I can't speak for Shannon, but for myself at least, I see it as such a waste of time that could have been spent, you know, talking about and enjoying the things that we have in common, which are a lot of things. We both like the whole old Hollywood stuff, the true crime, the paranormal stuff. I mean, we really do have a lot in common. And I've even found that I have a lot in common with her daughter. Her daughter is a theater kid. I love it. I love, that she's creative and all of. I mean, yeah, people did want it to happen, Shannon. I see that, and I saw it. I saw it all along, but that's neither here or there because it didn't do me any good, right? But good, Carla. Yeah, and see, I took a long time. Hey, Teresa, so great to see you back. But I took a lot of time off from live streaming, and I've only just recently begun live streaming again. And what I did is I first started out going on other people's panels. I didn't want to open my channel back up because I thought that that would probably be the point where um, people who had, enjoyed who I was before would start coming back in and trying to get me riled up again. So I kind of started testing myself on other people's panels, and I was doing good. I think I lost it one time on someone's panel, but I got myself under control really quick, and I thought, hey, look at that. And so then I started coming back to my channel occasionally, and it didn't happen like I thought it would. A couple people popped in and maybe tried to rile things up a little, but I just wasn't interested in it, and I was just ready to let me of the past be me of the past. I have too much me of the future to try and work on to continue dealing with who I was in the past. Cats, I just love seeing you pop in here. Oh, someone's backstage. Hold on one second. Oh, hello. Oh, it didn't click. Hold on. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, my love.
How are you doing?
I am doing okay. I'm having a if you I know everybody has days where you just don't give a shit. people people are going live. I just don't give a shit. People are talking about things that I just don't give a shit. So I'm like you, I try to like sink back. Just take a couple steps back.
Yeah,
So people like it when other people, as you well know and I know, go berserk.
they
They
do.
love it. They watch it. They watch it. Oh, yeah. It's just what it is. You know, it is what it is. We can't. Their opinion of us is none of our business. Yeah, I
Exactly.
mean that's just what. It's none of our business. That's a you problem, not a us problem. It's a you because we will be okay.
Yeah,
But
and I
I've
think
said this a thousand times.
what made a really big difference
But
for me was that not when I understood it, but when I like fully embraced the idea that what someone else thought about me had nothing to do with me.
nope,
You know, it had to do
nope.
with them and their insecurities. And then I had to turn that
Yeah,
around on myself and look at why I didn't like certain people. And I realized that it was true for me too. If I didn't like someone, generally it was because I didn't like something about them that I didn't like about myself.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
That's
was
true.
trying to fight, you know?
Well, people used to bait both of us, not even against each other, but in general.
Yeah.
And I remember back in way back in the shoot the shit days when they loved to trigger you because you came on after them. Remember if everybody remembers, and they would talk so much shit about you. And then knowing that you were going to go live after them, respectfully go live after them, because you would wait, even as mad as you were, you would wait until they ended their stream, and then you would start yours and react the
Yeah,
way any of us would react.
because I had to hear every bad thing they had to say about me, right? I couldn't leave early.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to miss any of it.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
I've learned not to just go there. I just
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. I
My
just
thing is, if you're talking about me, it's you. I don't care. I don't. If I don't value your opinion, then I don't really care what you're saying.
right.
It might be right. It might be wrong. I don't know. Don't matter. Don't matter. It
Well,
just
see,
don't matter.
there's someone in
So
here trying to do it now, you know. And
I see them.
number one,
But go on somewhere.
anyone who knows me can look at that and completely write it out of their mind. It never happened. But
You're
I
liberal
also,
to the core.
right, exactly. But I also know that if I start defending myself against that, all I'm doing is inviting more of it. They love
Yeah,
that. They love when
yeah,
you're.
they do love it.
So I'm not going to defend myself because anyone who knows me has
Yeah,
automatically written that off. And anyone who is questioning that, you don't know me, or you don't want to know me. So that's just how
yeah.
it is.
I mean, nice try, but it's kind of lame. Sorry, guy, but it's kind of lame. But
Mhm.
hey, look, thanks for the view. Leave a thumbs up when you go,
Exactly. Thanks
when
for
you
the
leave. Bye.
interaction.
Yeah, bye, bitch. Have a nice day. That's
But
what you have to do.
if that had happened 4 years ago, I would have just now lost my shit and started
Oh
screaming
yeah.
and started defending myself.
Yep.
And the thing is, I realize now the
Yep.
people who matter, the ones who will continue to show up for me, even on slow nights, even when there's only 6 people in my chat, the ones who are here want to be here, and they
There
want to
you
be
go.
because they know me. I mean, they don't know me.
Right.
Like, I've never met them in real life, but they know what I'm about, you know? And I
Yeah.
think that's the same for your streams.
Hey, Cap Rule.
The people who continue to show
Oh
up for
yeah.
your streams, I know it's hard when we go from having 300 people in our chat when we're yelling and screaming and
Yeah.
down to having, 20
Yeah.
or 25. It's hard because we think, oh my God, they don't like me anymore. Well, here's the thing, they never liked
Right.
you. The
Yeah.
people who are still there are the ones who are there for you, for who you really are. The
Oh
other
yeah.
275
100%.
people were just there for the shit show.
And back in the day, we probably wouldn't have thought that. We wouldn't have put that together.
Right.
But if you're doing what you want to do, and you're happy with what you're doing, and you are not, I mean, you can leave it up with pride. I don't give a shit if 10 people watch it. I don't care. I can leave it up there, and I'm proud of it. Hey,
Same.
Courtney. And that's what matters. It's the only thing that matters, really.
Right.
So, like, when I've said this 1,000 times, when I approached Janie to do the Nancy Spungen case, and I said, she's either going to tell me to eat shit or no, actually, I think that I was geared up for you to say, shut up, go away. But that's not what happened. And we did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a good job with the caregivers. We did a good job with, what was that? The nurse that kept tiring. Well, did she tire herself up by herself? I don't know. But, we did a good job. Hey, Tartan Tilly. And I'm proud of that. So I got to go find another case because, well, you're all you got to do in my chat is say, drop the link. We can do that. Not
Same
a problem.
Same here. Hi,
But
Courtney.
when,
Tartan.
hey, Teresa, I think I think that's why, when I have a project and I'm like into that and all that, it kind of takes away some of my anxiety a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Keeps me involved in something. Right. So I think that's why I do them. It's not that I want to get away like my family. I just, when at night, when everybody goes to bed, or during the day, and I can look at that and start researching, I am happy.
Well, and
I'm
that's
happy,
good.
and I'm
it's
curious, and I'm involved.
It's good for distraction so that you don't ruminate on things that aren't good to ruminate on. But
right.
I have been one of those.
And it's a healthy distraction.
Right. But I have been known to be one of those people who takes it to extremes. Like I said, I've been a workaholic. I've gotten, and I've been made fun of it before. So, but I can't say it's not true that I have a lot of academic endeavors, and I've really done not much with them. I'm not saying this to be braggadocious. I have 2 master's degrees and 2 bachelor's degrees, and I'm on disability. I'm not doing anything with them, right?
Yeah.
Getting them saved my life. So, there was more to my academic endeavors than just getting them so that I could get a better job or a promotion. I had to keep my mind so busy to survive, and it was an expensive.
I get it. Yeah.
With all my student loans, it was an expensive survival, but I'm still here.
Yeah,
So
yeah. How about that? Yeah.
exactly.
I
So
know
yeah,
with me though, I'm like you. If I know I'm gonna go left, I don't get on. If I know it's gonna go left, I am good. At this point, like you, smart enough to go, do not hit that live button. Don't do it. Don't do it.
right,
And we've come a long way in knowing when it's just not going to work
right.
to go live because it's going to go left real quick.
Hi,
Evelyn
Jonathan.
is a new grandma.
Yes, she just had her first grandbaby, and her grandbaby is
Oh
absolute
God,
perfection. Little tiny little.
Evelyn, you
Oh,
are a yeah. Oh, I love my grandchildren. I like them better than my children, actually. I like I like them much better than their mother when at their age. Isn't that horrible to say? But they can poop and cry. I know with my grandsons, holding them, loving them, play, and when it pooped, I looked at their mother and said, "Your baby done pooped. Here, if you could hand it off, you do that. I'm only going to do the fun stuff."
yeah.
So, congratulations on that.
But I think that when I was going live on YouTube and losing it a lot, um, again, I
Hmm.
did it to the extreme. I was looking for a way to not think about the things in my life, and I thought YouTube was a place that would be good to come and do that. And it turned out that I was
Right.
perfect prey for people who wanted to use me as entertainment at my own expense.
Yeah. And sometimes, and a lot of times, it used to be worse. But if you feel like your body is like a Coke bottle that's been shook and shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking it, and that pressure's down there, and somebody's going to unscrew that top, and they're going to get everything that you've been like swallowing, swallowing, swallowing. They're going to get it. They're going to get the whole thing. Um, Lights and sirens, as I say, they're going to get it, and they're happy about it. They're happy. So yeah, we can't give them that
No,
anymore. We just can't. It doesn't do anything for us. It does everything for them.
right.
Oh, look, see, I told y'all. See, she's crazy. Look at her. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Well, and I never said I wasn't crazy. So,
Hey, I got papers. Okay, I got papers.
I got papers and
Don't
I got my
yeah. Don't
credentials.
fuck with me because I got papers from several doctors going, she is effing nuts and we can't do nothing about it. That's just her personality. So yeah, I don't know. We both got drugged. I mean, it was bad. It was so bad. And I mean, people did some sick shit. Some really, really sick shit
Yeah.
to you using me, or I don't want to bring up. Yeah, well, I have to bring up that what you got, that video or whatever, that was so edited, and it's not what I said, and I couldn't find I couldn't find my live that was on, and I can't remember. Somebody came in and like told me what the name of it was, and I went back and I played it. I don't know if you ever heard it. Played it on, I think, Randy's, and it was nothing. What they pieced together was not what I said. So, and I don't know who did it. I got suspicions, but it
Right.
was so not not at all, and that was meant to hurt you. Using me, that was meant to hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't
It
know.
did hurt me.
It's just a waste of time.
But when I look back
No,
on it now,
hey, I should have.
when I look back on it now, it should not have hurt me. Even if that was word
Well,
for
no,
word.
it should have.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't have
no,
let
no,
that
it
hurt
should
me
have.
because it wasn't about me anyway. It was about someone else's agenda. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, if it was done
Well, I mean,
today,
everybody kept saying, "Oh, shit on him." I remember people were like, "You need to apologize," and I knew that I didn't do it. I knew I didn't do it. So again, when that person found it, and then I played it, they played well on like I said on Randy's. I'm like, God, I told y'all. I mean, I would never say that. Never. Why is this over here? Go away. Go
yeah,
away.
that's all in the
But
past.
again, they
Like
wanted
I
us
said,
to fight.
it
Yeah, it
was my
is. It
fault.
is. It's gone.
It was my fault
Nope.
because there's no way I should have ever even
Nope.
been upset by that. You know,
No, it really wasn't because I think you acted appropriately. If I think you acted more than appropriately, and maybe that's wrong, but that was some sick shit. And on knowing and what you've been through, what I've been through that nobody else knows about, yeah, it just blew. I mean, it blew. It blew up, and you had every right to do everything that you did. That's not being, look, everybody can be aware of their, own, status mentally. I, you had every right, 100%. That's all I'm gonna say. You had every right to act that bad. I know.
yeah.
Where the
But
hell, Randy?
I
I
think
think she's in jail. I'm gonna start a rumor.
as a healthy person, though, if I had been taking care of my mental health, I would have just, you know, not approached it and just
Yeah,
left alone. Because in the grand scheme of things, like I said, even if word for word it was said,
yeah.
what did that didn't mean anything. You know, it didn't.
Well, it
Is it
did at the
hurtful?
time.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, and so we can like grow and figure shit out for ourselves and say, I shouldn't have, but we did back then because that was who we were back then. We're not that person now.
no.
Back then, we were both hotheads, and again, people loved it.
Well, we were
So we
playing
don't
a
live
game
there
that
no more.
we were playing a game that we didn't know we were put into.
Yeah, there you are.
You
There
know,
you
and
are. And
a
I know
game is
when we
only fun.
collaborated.
Yeah, a game is only fun when you know that it's a game and you know the rules. And we were pitted against each other in a game that we had
Yeah,
no idea existed.
yeah.
So, but yeah,
But you
when
know
we
what? I don't
collaborate,
blame him because me and you together, oh Lord.
we're pretty good together.
When like and I heard what you said about Catherine. Yeah, Catherine, bless her heart, she's doing an internship right now. Uh, also, well, all through July, which it's at college. She's doing amazing. So she's
I'm,
there. They gave her like 2 months free rent
oh
in a
wow,
campus apartment, and she's just yeah, I know. She got an incredible opportunity.
that's great.
So
I'm so happy for her.
I think so too. I am too. I am too. She is her own person. She could give a fuck less what anybody has
Well,
to say.
I definitely hope
She's who
that.
I wish I was.
Well, I hope that this is something that she'll be able to follow and get into lifelong. I hope that it isn't changed too much by technology. That's one thing
Yeah.
I worry about is where our arts and things like that are going to go from here. You know,
Yeah, it's a real concern. It's a real concern.
yeah,
And bless her heart, she is not like her drama teacher in high school said, and he was right. He said, don't pick a second option. Don't do it. Because if you do that, you'll be so willing to take a step back for comfort. And I've told her 1,000 times, if you're not scared, don't do it.
Right.
Just don't do it. You can't be scared. And if you are, that's the perfect time to do it. It's gonna work out. Thank you, Evelyn. Yeah, she's amazing. But
Hi, Black Eagle.
hi. Hi. How was everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a very good case for us to do this. I mean, I looked at my in my playlist. I've covered a lot of shit, and I will look at something and go, I'm gonna cover this," and look back. I already did it. I already done it. Oh,
I've
shit.
done that before too.
But I'll find a good one for us. I will absolutely find a good one, because with Nancy Spungen, we hit gold right there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was gold. That was a good one. That was such a good one. So we're gonna find another one. Don't worry. Well, I will need your expertise, and you will need my dumbness. You can tell us what the hell's going on.
Well, I just
I
want
don't
to say that it definitely makes my YouTube experience nicer. Knowing, because it bothered me for a really long time that I couldn't go and participate in your streams, because I like that stuff, but I knew that the beef between you and I, it just wasn't a comfortable thing. So it makes my YouTube experience much nicer to know that when I see that you're live and it's something that I'm interested in, I can go in there and I can just talk, I enjoy that. It's been worth it. And I think that's why when you, just out of the blue kind of said, "Hey, would you want to do this?" Why I was just like, yeah, even if we still hate each other, I still want to talk to you about this. So it wasn't that I was just immediately like, "Oh, we're going to be good friends," or anything, It was just like, this is all I ever wanted.
Yeah, but
I
we
just wanted to be able to talk about things I like to talk about, whether you like me or not,
There you are.
But it turns out that other people removed, we don't have a problem with each other.
No, we don't. So F them. That's all. I won't say who you said this about, but you asked me on one of our first phone conversations, what did me and so talk? Yeah, what did we talk about? And I said, not much. I can tell you that right now. Not
and
much.
I busted out laughing.
You got
it drove me crazy. Because I'm like, you are so
I can
smart.
remember.
You have interest. You're intelligent. What the hell are you talking to her about?
And when you had to dumb down what you like, one time I said numerically, and it was like, what? I was like, oh fuck, let me dumb this down a second. I think it was a couple times, and that was that one word. I had to keep dumbing it down until they got it. But yeah, numerically, they threw them off the game.
Yeah, that was the only thing I wanted to know about the relationship. Yeah. I didn't want the gory details or nothing. I was just like, what did you talk about?
What the? Yeah. And it won't much. I can tell you that right now. It won't much. You couldn't discuss like current events because what? What is that? No, okay, never mind. Just couldn't do it.
Well,
I prefer unsolved. Well, I don't know, because me and Janie did when we did the Nancy Spungen and Sid Vicious. Sid Vicious. Did he stab her to death in that room? Did he do that? We'll never know. So that's kind of the unsolved, but I like the unsolved better than I do solved.
Yeah, I do.
Just because I do them older. Yeah, like the whole internet is full of current crimes or unsolved, but the ones that I like to cover are older because nobody's talking about them anymore.
Right.
Nobody is talking about these people anymore. So that's why I like to do the older unsolved.
Well, and
Everybody
then
deserves to be recognized.
if there's
So
any interest in these older cases, one thing that I like now is that any kind of interest that brings it back into like public conversation, a lot of these cases now can be solved
Mhm.
with familial DNA. And so, how many old
and they
unsolved
have been.
exactly?
hmm It's every day.
I like the
I'm
unsolved
telling
more
you, it's
because
every day.
we can also speculate and use conjecture or conjecture
Yeah.
in the unsolved ones.
That's
It
why.
makes your mind work a
Yeah.
little.
And that's why I always tell people exactly what case I'm going to do so they can go look at it, on their own. We might have different opinions about something that we read
Right.
or who we suspect or, whatever. It's fun. I mean, I say it's fun. It is fun. It is fun.
It is.
It's serious, but it's also very serious. And like with you, I've got a file. I've done one of cases solved by DNA, cold, like 20, 30, 40 years old. Yeah, and I've got some that I probably need to do because I've got all these files. I've looked at them, but it's every day that something, Texas killing fields. They are out there looking for a fourth body this week, just this week.
Yep.
And that's something now that I feel like the people that watch.
Well, it's kind of turning out.
It's a lot. Yeah, that case took a turn.
It's more than one person. All those bodies weren't one person.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was more than that. And but I was glad that like somebody even sent that to me, the news thing. And what I was proud of is people knew what it was because I did a couple of lives about that. The killing, apart from the killing fields like this on Netflix that just kind of focused on the four that they knew of in that little spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more out there.
Yeah.
1,000%. Then it was a big, when they arrested that guy, and then what the hell is his name? Can't remember it now. Killed himself right after they went to him and said, look, we got your buddy here. And he ends up killing himself, but before the guy could be arrested. It's just a lot. I love it when there's a resolution and I can go back and go, all right, this has been resolved.
Yeah.
And it's all about awareness. I don't know. You applied for forensic.
Evelyn, that is so cool.
That's where
I would love to hear about that.
That is where it is.
Hi, Kathy.
Love that. It takes all.
Are you still there, Shannon?
And it's a lot of work. When you get that one hit that's like 16 cousins back, you got to work your way up. It's a lot.
Right.
Well, slowly, one by one, you got to rule them all out.
I think that's got a lot of these old case killers crapping their pants right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I am waiting on like Zodiac. I want that solved so badly.
Mm-hmm.
It's and there are cases that I do that should be solved, or they know who did it, but they don't have enough. Right. That happens a lot, and that person will die, and then they go, "Yep. Oh, is it? It's the wind. I'm sorry. I'm outside, right, and it's the wind blowing."
It's okay right now.
Let me turn. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it's the wind. But yeah, there's a lot being solved, and I'm loving life. I love it for them. But they're all mostly dead. They're all. They had this little 9-year-old that was murdered, and took 50 years. obviously the person that did it was dead.
Yeah.
So that's, that's part
Yeah,
of it
and
though. That's part of it.
I imagine that feels like a huge ripoff to the people whose
Yeah.
family, have been waiting for justice to finally find out
Yeah.
beyond a shadow of a doubt, and the person is dead.
What I think is interesting about all that is that police are willing. This little girl that I was talking about, it was three brothers. All right. And it wasn't the other two brothers. And the one that it was, they went to the point of, exhuming his body just to get the DNA.
Yeah.
So police are willing to go that far. Well, we'll just exhume them and we'll figure it out. And that's what's so great.
Yeah.
They didn't say, well, it was one of these. They said, no. We'll go get him. And they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What was I thinking of? We had a case here. It was the Haysom murder case. And they were from like England. The guy, the father had worked in oil, and he decided to retire here in Lynchburg. And their daughter, who had always gone to English schools, came and started going to UVA, and she met a boy, and they killed her parents, and they were both in jail for it because it's a big long story. Well, now after they've been released, both of them have been released from jail after 20 some years. There's like new evidence. What? Where did that come from? What do you mean new? What do you mean?
Yeah.
In fact, my husband was talking about it.
They didn't say what kind of new evidence
When you're doing that. No, they didn't. And look, the boyfriend did it. I mean, they had his footprint, right, in blood in the house. They went to a lot of trouble to make sure that was his footprint. And so we know who did it, but then he said, no, I didn't do it. She did it. And she's like, no, he did it. It was one of those things.
Oh.
And he was like a German, his dad was a German diplomat, which didn't help him at all. Didn't matter. And they were actually paroled. He had to go back to Germany, and he's still running his face over there. Just shut up, boy. Shut up. We got new evidence. I don't know what it is. No idea.
Huh.
I have no idea. All your chats are smart. They are smart. Mine are,
I like smart people. And you know what? That's another thing I found. That's like I was saying earlier. When you find your people, the ones who continue to show up are the ones who get you and who you have things in common with.
Mhm.
So I don't care if it's 10 people or whatever. When it used to be 300 people, I thought, oh, this is good. Nah, it's good when it's the people who are really there for the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have 10, 20 that participate and who are interested than 300 watching me lose my shit. Watching me lose my dignity.
Right, exactly.
When you hand somebody your dignity and they don't care, that's when we got problems. Nobody's getting my dignity.
Can I get a free refill on your dignity, please? I'd like to drink up some more.
No, it's hard. It's hard. It's really, I'll say 50% of the time. And I think that's a pretty good number for me. And this community that like this, where I'm at now, they crazy. There's something really wrong with them. And about 50% of my time is wanting to go on because they don't know that Shannon. They don't, the new people, they don't know that Shannon at all. Right. And sometimes I want to show them. Oh, you want to see? Okay. So it's 50% of my time is spent saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't hand them your dignity. Don't hand it to them. Nobody gets it but you. And I work my way through it. And so are you, because we haven't had you ain't thrown a fit in a minute. Thank
It's a
God.
price I'm just not willing to pay anymore, you know?
Yeah, well, you get it for what it is. You see it for what it is.
Right.
I mean, it's not like I'll try to say this. It will this be important next week? Will this be important next month? Will this be important next year? And if there's a no to any three of those questions, just let it go.
Well,
Let
and
it go.
then
It's going to be fine.
I also ask myself the question is, will what I say make a difference? No, it won't make a difference.
Oh yeah. Mm-mm.
Because a
Nope.
lot of times when I get the most emotional and outrageous is when someone's done something that I see so much wrong with, and I want them
Mm-hmm.
to understand the error in what they're doing or saying or whatever, or how they're hurting people.
Yeah.
They're not gonna change. So why am I
Oh
going to,
no.
why am I going to make myself look unstable when it's not going to change anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's
And
why
that's a struggle, I think.
I'm going to say the name, and hopefully it doesn't bring it all back into my life. But that's why I had to quit dealing with Tammy.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah. No, she's not ever going to
no
change.
matter what you say about how
She's not.
she's hurting people through her words and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to get it, and she's not going to change. And I
No,
I
she
only
likes
get,
it.
yeah, I only get one chance at my life, and I'm not going to waste another minute of it trying to change someone
Yeah.
who is incapable of change.
Yeah. She doesn't think she has a problem.
No.
She thinks it's all of us. Okay, if that's what you think, then all right, it's all of us. Okay. I mean, well, it'll be all right. I don't know. Yeah, with her, I'm kind of even stop. Stop. She has come over to where Angelo and I are, and tried so hard to get everybody's attention. And if something happens with one of us, and I don't like somebody or whatever, she goes right in there and starts lying. Oh, you don't know what they did to my family. Well, you don't know what we did to your family because you can't tell us.
Right.
Yeah, dumbass. So yeah, she
Well,
tries, and I've just said in the last month or so, I can't.
I hung in there for way longer than I know I should have. But you know what?
Yeah,
It's
you
like
did.
throwing,
You
it's like
did.
throwing good money after bad money. You figure you've got so much invested that it's too late to back
Yeah.
out now, right? Well, no, I just came to the realization that take it as a loss. It's all that time that I lost. Take what I learned from it and make that valuable. And so that's all I did, And I just
Right.
refuse
Yeah.
to interact in that manner anymore.
But trying to help is a good thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's ever a mistake to come from a good place and try to help somebody. You were 100% right to do that. That's what your heart told you to do, and you thought that she would listen, and you had faith in her. And that's never a bad thing. Like I've told people, my kids, when they broke up with some, whatever, don't ever think that loving someone or like you liking someone is wrong. It's not. If they don't choose to value that, well, that's got to be on them, not on you. Is what it is. Roll on, roll on. And so, yeah, you were always coming from a good place there. It just didn't work. It just didn't.
Well, a
work.
lot of people thought that I was being supportive of what she was doing.
Yeah, no,
She
no.
supports her or whatever. No, I was not supporting what she was doing.
Mm-mm.
I just saw someone who was so miserable, and I thought
Right.
they could be happy. And that's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And so, if that means that I don't walk away from you just because you're behaving badly, if showing you what unconditional friendship is, then okay,
Right.
I'll do that. But what I realized is that, at some point, what are you doing it for
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to call it a loss and walk on. Yeah, because it wasn't for lack of you trying, but there, yeah, like you said, it comes a time where you go, I can't help you. I'm not gonna let you drag me down to your level. Sorry, not, and that's what happens with a lot of people. They want to pigs love, and I'm not calling her pig. Pigs love mud and crap. They love it. That's their house. They're more comfortable there. And they will try to drag you into that, knowing that you are not equipped. This is
Right.
not where you're comfortable. And they will do it and they will love it. And now I think you and I both can see that now, that they want to drag you down there where they are, because it's easier for them. In fact, they can go, look, see,
Yeah.
And then I think we both come to the conclusion where some people just, I'm sorry, you're not worth it. I don't care enough about you to do this. If you don't care about yourself, I can't make you do it.
Right.
So you got to cut your losses. So,
Right.
but there's more people that are worth it than are not worth it. I've learned that here. There's more people that are worth having friendships with, even if it's just casual, than not.
Yeah.
They're good people. And when you're lucky enough that they think you're good people too, it's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah, and they'll find you.
Yeah.
When you get
yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, but it's not. When you get boring, which we're not boring, but to
No.
the people who are here for the shit show, we are very boring. When you get boring,
I
the
know.
people who still show up, those are your people.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and they'll continue to show up, and I love that about the people who come into my chats. I love that Teresa is back in my chats. I love that all PF came in the last time I had a chat. I love it. And even though life may get busy for them, they'll still come back when when they're able to.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. Yeah. That's
yes,
absolutely true.
Jeff.
And one thing that I did, and I always will, is putting ads on a video. No. If people are willing to rewatch with their time, which is valuable, I am not going to throw a Maxwell House coffee ad in the middle of that.
Right.
Never will I do that. Ever people say, oh yeah, one day you will. Watch. I won't. Watch. I will not. I'm not trying to read the chat here. Y'all are chatty. Oh shit, no.
I have some really great chatters. They love to chat, and I love when they
do.
One thing I always
it's
weird
people
about monetizing and all of that. I mean, it was
Mm-hmm.
nice to get that check occasionally. It would take me 3 months to get a
Oh,
check.
yeah.
But that was nice. But here's the thing. I look at it as like these people chose
Mm-hmm.
to come spend some of their time with me. I don't need to be paid for that. I am being paid for that just by their presence. They owe me nothing,
Yeah.
So I used to feel so guilty.
Sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to get you down. Sorry, Jeff.
Now I want coffee. I'm having coffee.
Well, they unmonetized me.
Yeah, they unmonetized.
They unmonetized me like 3. It's crazy. It was crazy. Was it inauthentic content? What are you talking about? And then they said humans reviewed it. No, they didn't. And I thought, okay, well, screw you. But now, as this is, as we're going into the 3rd month here, All right. I mean, it ain't. Yeah, it ain't what I don't know what it's.
You know what I'm
Right.
right
But
now?
still, yeah.
Tart and Tilly
What?
reminds me of what I'm digging right now. The World Cup, the Scots in Boston are giving me life right now.
Oh.
I love it. They have brought so much
Yeah.
fun. Well, I'm enjoying seeing all of the foreigners in all of the different cities right now, but especially seeing the
Oh
Scots
yeah.
in Boston. Oh my God. Boston, when they
So
leave,
that's like my hockey.
when the Scottish people leave, Boston is going to be like, what did we ever do without them?
Right. Yeah, that's the way I felt about hockey. I love it. I love that. I love it. They just ended. I won't see them again until October. They all said and done.
Well, see,
But
I'm not
yeah,
into
it's like
the World
again.
Cup.
Not, it's nice to have a hobby.
I'm not into the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
not
just
either.
into all these videos of all the Europeans and Japanese and Australians in our cities living it up and just enjoying us. You know, I'm just loving it.
And
It
trying
reminds
our food.
Right. It just reminds me that we've gotten into this rut where we're like, oh my God, we are so bad right now. You know, everyone hates us. And
Yeah.
and it just reminds me that I still love my country, seeing it through the eyes of other people.
Oh
I
yeah.
love my country. I do. Which I've known that I did all along. But, you know, being a liberal, I hear
Oh sure.
a lot of talk about how I'm un-American, I'm unpatriotic, I hate America, all
Yeah.
this. And nothing further from the truth, you know. I love this
Yeah.
country. And it's just reminding me that that's what makes us great. Our hospitality, our friendliness, our diversity, all the different foods, all the different cultures, all, you know, that's what makes us great. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just
And again, you don't have to like. You don't have to like the president to love your country. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Quite the
right.
opposite.
I
You
agree.
know, and people are seeing it. I'm glad that people are like over here and seeing it. Like you said, hospitality. We're gonna want to feed you. We're gonna want to.
We're going to offer you a place to
We're
stay probably. We're going to regret
yeah,
it
yeah,
later, but we're going to be like, "Hey, come on over. I got an extra
yeah,
bed."
ex-
And then when
yeah,
you leave, we're
exactly.
going to be like, what the hell was I thinking? I didn't know that person.
Yeah, it's a good thing though. All of it's a good thing, and I love watching them. I think I watched. Oh, I can't even remember what country it was. There's a channel called Jolly, and it's
Yes, I love
two
Molly.
guys
Josh
from
and
England.
Molly. Yep.
I do too, and they gave, and I don't remember which team, but it's a new video. Popeye's chicken,
Yeah. Yep.
and oh yeah, they were loving life. These like oh come on, like, and they'd never had ranch dressing before. Um, it's just fun to watch. It's really
Yeah.
fun to watch.
I'm enjoying seeing the Japanese trying Texas barbecue because the Japanese game, the Japan game is
Yeah.
being held, I believe, in Dallas. And so they're all trying Texas barbecue right now and they're freaking out. You know, they don't
Oh
eat
yeah.
much beef,
Yeah.
I don't think, unless it's like the Wagyu beef or whatever it's called. But yeah, they're freaking out.
Yeah.
So, and I love
Oh,
that
I love every.
that the Scots are getting up at 6:30 in the morning and standing out on the sidewalk in Boston playing their bagpipes. I love it.
Yeah, we're probably we are the best country in the world. I think we really are.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I just want to tell people.
I don't think necessarily our politics are the best, and I don't think
Oh God,
necessarily
hell.
our, you know, the consumerism is the best and all of that. But
Mm.
here's the thing, with our diversity, we have all, and I think we forget this a lot, but we all manage to realize that there is value in every culture, right? Who doesn't want tacos?
Oh yes, yes.
Who doesn't want quesadillas? Who doesn't want
Right.
sausage? You know, all the German food,
Brisket.
everything. We realize that there is a place for
Yeah.
everyone, and I think we forgot that until these people came and reminded us who we are. So,
Of who we were. Yeah, that's
Um,
exactly who we are.
hey Jenna, good to see you. And I'm appreciative that they're reminding us who we are
Well,
as a country, politics aside.
yeah. Yeah, because it ain't everybody's politics. That's what, like, you know, when DC or someone will put something on YouTube, I'm like, we ain't all like this, okay? We are not all like this. Please
For
no.
sure.
Please
sure.
no, we are not all like this.
Did you see that video? Let me tell you something that had me hot under the collar. I was mad, and I almost went live about it, but you know, my better angels prevailed. There's a man who has his two little girls in the women's restroom of a gas station, and a man came in there and was like giving him hell, saying he shouldn't have been in there. His girls were like 4 and 6, maybe. And he was doing a road trip with them, their dad, alone. So what was he supposed to do? The man told him, you should have taken him into the men's restroom. And this guy called the cops on him for taking his two little girls into the women's restroom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was mad. I'm like, you would have that man take tiny little girls into the men's restroom where, you know, there are urinals. People just come in, whip it out, and pee. At least in the female restroom, everyone has their own private stall, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the man
My husband is standing here and he's heard this. My husband is sitting there. He knows I didn't know the story. He does. And he just said, I'd have beat the brakes off that guy.
Oh, I would have too.
No, Chris, everything is not violent.
He was making
I know you would have.
girls cry. The little girl, he traumatized.
The girls were crying. That's all she wrote.
Yep.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, if you get, if any one of us cry, Big Daddy's on it. Big Daddy, yeah, no, that's disgusting. Please stop it.
He just traumatized those little girls for going to the restroom, you know?
Yeah.
And their dad,
I mean, I'm
well. He was very calm. He did not rush. He just said, you know, they're in the ladies' room because they're girls. And he said, well, you should to the men's room. Why does a grown man want little girls in the men's room?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, these people think they're woke. You know, that's the new term. They think they're woke. No, you're not. You know, stop it. Just stop. But they won't because they, you know, hate has gotten a platform now. Hate has got a platform.
Right.
And people, some people, that's, you know, again, it's gotten a platform, and I'll just say no more about that.
Now I can remember,
and it's sad,
when I had to take my little nephews and stuff to the bathroom out in public. I would take them into the women's restroom. The only reason I would do that,
I would take my son,
is because the women's restroom is very private. It has stalls.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only place you can use restroom. So they could still have their privacy, but you don't take little girls where a man can just walk in and start using a urinal. You just don't.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Oh, hell no. I took my son into the women's. One, I didn't know who was in the men's. I don't know who's in there.
Right.
And just, he would come with me. That's true. And I think, when Chris took the girls out,
And
I don't even remember what he would do. I can't remember now. I could go ask him, but
the man told him that the manager of the gas station they were at was female. He could have had her bring them in there. Who wants to send their little girls to the bathroom in this day and age with a
Oh,
stranger?
shut up.
No one.
You go grab the manager? That
Yeah,
ain't her job.
it's not her job. And
Oh,
plus, you
stop.
know
People need
her.
to stop.
How many women have we seen
Exactly.
in trouble lately? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
the man taking
That's
care
just
of his little
ignorance.
girl's needs. So yeah,
On
it
a
made me
trip of a
think,
lifetime.
right.
On the in the a trip of hey Arma, what is Arma doing? Yeah, trip of a lifetime. You have one asshole that's gonna they're gonna remember that before they remember the good stuff.
Right.
And that's
Right.
just sad. But you know, if they think they woke, that's what they want to do. That's no.
Well,
No.
those little girls are going to have anxiety
No.
now every time they go to the bathroom somewhere.
Oh sure. Mm-hmm.
They just
Yep,
will.
they are.
They may not even be aware of it, but they will have anxiety about using public restrooms. Like I said, they
And
may
they'll
not.
live with that. That'll be something that yeah, it'll live. It's going to live no matter where, in your wherever. Your endless stockpiles of feelings. It'll be there and it's not ever going to go away, which is sad.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
Like Jeff
I
said,
wonder if that guy had children of his own.
I don't. Yeah, he has 4 boys.
I would love to know. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Shut up. Shut
Yeah.
up. And if the man ever has granddaughters and has to take them to the bathroom, he'll rethink his stance
Yeah.
when it's his.
Well, and
Yeah.
you can't even be sure that your kids are safe if you stand outside the door. Not that I think they were old enough to be, using
Exactly.
a public place on their own. But even if you're outside the door, you don't know who's hiding in there already. That's been known to happen.
Exactly. No idea. Who was that? Oh, for sure. Yeah. I always think about that in parks too. Like we're out at a park, go read some stuff about parks and people in the bathrooms. That's where they hook up. I don't know why, but that's where they asked George Michael what he did. But you could have asked him when he was alive. What's going on in those bathrooms? I do not want to know.
Black Eagle, she has a channel. If you want to subscribe to her, she does
Yeah.
like cold case
Come on over.
discussions and old Hollywood discussions. And do you still do books and movies and stuff like that?
It's hard to, it's hard to, because the books I'm a nonfiction girl. Okay. I'm a nonfiction girl. If it's true, I'm interested. Don't get me wrong. Fiction is okay. Okay. So the one book that I really wanted people to read was In Cold Blood, because I think it's genius on every level, And then after you read the book, watch Capote, the movie, and then you realize exactly what it's a brilliant book. It's brilliant.
Right.
Truman Capote, and with all his warts and whatnot, I don't care. He started a genre that the novel, the nonfiction novel. Plus, it's very interesting. So when you get people and you say, "Look, trust me, read this book. You're gonna love it. If you love true crime, you're gonna love it." And they're like, "Well, okay, then don't." If I find one, I've got the one now. Little Girl Lost, or Nobody's Girl. Sorry, Nobody's Girl. Jeffrey Epstein's a victim that brought him down. Who brought?
I just got that one on
brought Prince Andrew down.
Yeah. I just got that one on
I got it for Christmas. I got it for Christmas, and I have not. I think I cracked it open I read because I heard the first 3 chapters are hard. It's hard to get through. It's hard. And I just kept thinking, man, am I in the right space right now that I need to put
I do the
myself through
same
that?
thing.
And
I do the
the
same
answer
thing.
was no, you know.
Yeah,
My
I do the
answer
same thing with if I want
was
to watch
no,
a
I'm
movie,
not.
if I want to watch a movie or read a book, I have to be in the right place where it, which is why I ask a lot of people
Mhm.
what they thought of it, because I don't like to go into much not knowing anything about it, because I don't know what it's going to kick off in me. You
Right.
know?
Right.
So yeah, that's one I've got.
Well,
it
yeah,
on-
and I mean, if you got the Audible, I'll start reading mine. All right, well
Okay.
then you do it, and I'll read it too, and we can come together and talk about it.
Okay.
Because that girl, that woman, I mean, she set it on fire, and she doesn't even know it. You know, she committed suicide before she knew what
It's
she
It's
brought
called
down.
Nobody's Girl, isn't
Prince
it?
Andrew.
Is it called Nobody's Girl?
Yes, Nobody's Girl.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I got.
Mhm. Yeah.
Virginia Giuffre was her name.
Yeah, and it's you know, so well, yeah, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. That's horrible. Virginia was her first name.
Yeah, Virginia Giuffre.
I know that. So yeah, I didn't think I was in the right headspace to read it. And they said, because everybody that, like, if you look at the reviews, they all talk about the first 3 chapters. So I'm like, I'm just not in the right. You know, I don't know if y'all know, I took like December and January off. I didn't do anything. Just because of where I was. I wasn't interested. Didn't know how long that was gonna last. You know, and I took 3 months or 2 months, 2.5 months. And would let people know I'm fine. No, I'm good. Just, you know, I'm just quiet right now. I just want to be quiet. Everybody needs to be quiet sometimes. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I did it. And then when I got back into the headspace, I still haven't done it. It's got to be done though, because I want to, you know, I really want to read it. Yeah, Alma Candy. A lot of people, you know, I didn't get, it wasn't on our list, but that book. Well, and then I'm trying to think of when I know it was when I think it was I knew that the mini or the whatever, what do you call that? Well, yeah, it was the docu-series on Truman and his swans. And so I have a Truman Capote biography, very good, very good. He was really effed up in the head, but you know. And then I got into that. Yeah, I mean, In Cold Blood, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, one of the most amazing
Absolutely amazing.
ever.
It really is. It really is. And you know, that last manuscript where he was basically he was coming for his swans. He was telling their secrets. And you know, he said that he finished that book and nobody could find it. I don't know if he finished it or not. I doubt it. I
Right.
very much doubt it. But yeah, and then there's a woman, her name is Anne. Shit. I'll think of that in a minute too. They were really rich, all right, and she accidentally shot him, or did he? It's a thing. It's like in the 50s. They were pretty well connected. In fact, they had been at a couple of dinner parties where the Duke and Duchess of Windsor were there. Those worthless pieces of shit. And around this, everybody was talking about the burglar. There was a guy that was breaking into all these houses. So her and her husband, who did not sleep in the same bed, he wanted a divorce. They both had the guns, right? Because this guy was going to break in. And she heard something, grabbed the gun and shot him. And it was her husband. And she didn't know it, so she says.
Yeah.
And it was big. His family had to basically be by her side just to keep you know, society. I don't even know why, actually. So when she got that, somebody gave her the manuscript that was going to be in the Cosmopolitan or whatever it was going to be in. It was just like a little first couple of chapters, and she read it, and yeah, he was referring to her, and she committed suicide that night. Because this was only the first couple of chapters, and it was already bad, and that I mean. Well, too, she would like go. I think she saw the Windsors again at another dinner party, and she waved, and she said that basically the Duchess of Windsor just kind of looked straight through her, like she didn't even see her. So, yeah, I know. And I was going to do a story on them because that's a pretty interesting. I can't remember the damn name. Pisses me off.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I hate getting old because I can't remember things.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention. If we could all please acknowledge the arrival of the biggest YouTube creator of all time, Glowy has entered the chat.
Yay! Woohoo! Oh my god.
Glowy got to 750
funny.
subscribers, and she has 300K views on a short, and she is capable of being monetized. Go Glowy.
Well, Glowy, when this is over, I will come back and hit the replay, and I will subscribe to you, and I will put you out on my channel. And let's get that up. Let's get the numbers up.
Yeah, let's get those subscribers up.
Absolutely. Yes. That's part of the fun.
She's not up and coming.
And pressure.
She has arrived.
Yeah, she's arrived, honey. Come
That's
on
right.
now. Damn it, Jenna. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Yeah,
People I haven't seen in 1,000 years.
Jenna has started coming back around. I love it. I love all the people who have been here and have come back out and started interacting again.
It's a resurgence. We're having a resurgence of good
Really
people because the streets are clear right now. It's the best time to come back. It is the best time. They know 10 paces and firing anymore. It's calm. Best time to come back. Oh, you got 800 now? We'll get that shit up. Come on now.
Wow.
We ain't smarter than that. We'll get it up. Don't worry.
Oh, 900K views now. Good job.
Bless America. Way to go. That's amazing.
Yes,
Absolutely amazing.
I prefer calm too, Jenna. I didn't think I did.
I
thought I liked the drama. I don't. I am not a drama person. I like a little shade. I like a little petty. But I don't like when I get yelling and screaming
because when you do that, your message is lost. It's lost. When you start screaming and hollering, people are not listening to what you're saying. They're listening to your screaming and hollering.
Right.
I've learned that too. It's with me. If I hear somebody that's going, I shut down. I don't hear it. Well, but that's what calm is who people really are. Now, like you said, every once in a while, a little bit of shade, maybe a little bit of poke when you're bored. That's fine. But this, calling cops and knocking on your door and what I'm gonna do? Okay,
getting people fired.
Yeah, exactly. Get the kids taken away.
Yeah.
Calling CPS. That shit is, people have no problem doing that nowadays. No problem at all.
Cass,
it really is. And so,
Cass, thank you for sharing Glowy's channel. Could you please share Evelyn's channel? We've got to get Evelyn subs up too. But yeah,
could share about, and then I'll come in and share them. Yeah,
It's
true.
got to be too much. And I agree. There's no way you could do drama every day without scripting it. Although I was not in on a script
Or
ever.
with yeah,
Like I said, I was playing a game that
it's
I had no
exhausting.
idea was taking place.
Yeah, yeah. But it's so hard to stay that angry, to do drama every day, to hear it, to cover it. It's so exhausting. And the person that's doing it, they don't care. That they won't realize it. They won't realize it until they get away from it. How it, you got to drag that hate with you everywhere you go. You got to drag it, but and it's a lot of work to do that. Just drop it and go. And if you think that the only thing you're good for is a drama channel, try something else.
Right.
Trust us. Just try something else. You're not going to have 1,000 viewers listening to you talk shit, but you might have 10 to 20 that want to hear what you have to say without all the bullshit and all the anger. I figured out that those people that are dragging that around, they want to. They like it. It's all they know. And that's sad that that's all they know. That they don't give themselves more credit or crack open a book, or do you know what I'm saying? That they think that's all they have to offer. That's what is sad to me about people like that. I mean, we got Katie over there still doing the same bullshit, just over on TikTok.
It
Same
makes me
shit,
sad to
calling
watch.
people fat.
It makes me sad to watch Katie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sad.
she's gonna die.
Oh, it's
I mean, we're all
pathetic.
gonna die, okay?
Yes.
I'm not saying
Oh,
like
yeah.
we can avoid dying. We're all going to die. But I don't want to watch you do it nightly on a live stream.
Yeah.
I can't participate in that,
No. And I've gone they sent me a link. Because there's actually a Reddit page that does nothing but cover her and not flatter. But it's hard to flatter her. I'm sorry. She's horrible. She's absolutely horrible. But to watch what is, she's had to have, her stomach blew out one time. Blew out. Okay.
Mhm.
She had to go, obviously, to the hospital. They had to make her a second stomach out of intestines. She blew that one. And they did it a third time. And they said, if you do this again, you will die. We can't do anything else after this. And she came out of the hospital like, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to do this and that. Nope. Then like 2 days later, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Drinking up. She's lost her teeth. She showed that. Lost her teeth. Lost every bit of dignity that she's ever, well, she didn't have a whole lot, but it's because I've known her more than these people that are covering her now have known her.
Yeah.
It's really doubly sad because Katie I told her when she was gonna when she wanted the bypass, I told her, you can do that, Katie, and you can lose 1,000 pounds. You're still going to be unhappy. This isn't the problem.
Yeah, it's not.
And guess what? I was right.
I told her the same.
And then she wanted, yeah.
You can have the surgery, and it's probably good for your physical health to have it, but it's not going to solve what's wrong.
Nope.
Because what's wrong isn't physical.
No.
What's wrong is emotional. And I just find it sad that someone
absolutely
can and I don't think she realizes it, but she hates herself so much that she
yeah, she does.
Destruction. And there's no reason to be hating
and
herself.
she wants people to watch it. No. When she got some of the skin removed, I told her again, you can get it all removed. That's not the problem. And guess what? I was right. It's not the problem. She was prescribed Ozempic. And she didn't want to take it. My hand to God. She did not want to take the shots because she heard that it can curb your desire for alcohol. Now, does that make sense? She
No.
was scared that the shot would diminish her need or want for alcohol. Now, that says volumes right there. You know, that you would rather be drunk instead of, I mean, when she said it, when she said that, I thought, honey, you're all, you got one foot in the grave now. If that's the way you feel about yourself, you've got one foot in the grave, and the other one is leaning that way. And so to watch her, the people that go in there and watch her, because a lot of them are hate watching. She's looking at, she passes out. I mean, head cocked back. She's peeing and pooping all over in her pants everywhere. And she's putting it on Front Street. I don't understand it. I really don't. So it's just sad.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
sad.
me very sad. And like I was saying earlier about me doing, having bad coping mechanisms, like being a workaholic and never being able to stay still and all of that kind of stuff. When I think about the other way it could have worked out for me, that could have been me. My brothers who went through a
Yeah.
lot of the same childhood stuff I did ended up being an alcoholic and a drug addict. Katie is an
Right.
alcoholic. I could have went that way. Thankfully, not that it's any better of a way to cope, but thankfully my thing was academics and overworking and all of those things, which I'm paying for them physically and mentally. But
Yeah.
some people turn to work, some people turn to drugs, some people turn to alcohol. The weight was never the problem. The
Food.
weight is a symptom of the problem. And the problem
Exactly.
is emotional.
Exactly. And she doesn't want to fix it. She was supposed to go to rehab, put that off. Like, well, she said they put it off. They don't put off. If they tell you to be there at 5 o'clock on Friday, you show up at 5 o'clock on Friday. They're going to be open. She kept lying about when she was supposed to enter. And then she claims that she was there like a day or two. She didn't want to do the detox.
Right.
Now, what I know about detox, you can detox off a lot of drugs, and that won't kill you. It ain't pleasant, but it won't kill you. But if you detox off alcohol, it will kill you. So they were going to, basically sedate her, and get her through that, and then put her on, after you get all that out of your system, to go and try to figure it out. Nope, she wasn't doing that. Not doing it. So there you go. I mean,
it's one of those
she's
cases
lost everything.
where I thought, I'll go up there. This is at one point a long time ago. I thought if she'll agree to go into rehab, I will go up there and park in the parking lot and live in my car to make sure she doesn't leave and to let her know that someone's right there. I would have done that. But
Right.
here's the thing. We would all do it if we could do it for someone else, right? Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are some people who like to see people suffer. But if I could have done it for my brother,
Mhm.
I would have. But I couldn't. And that's the hardest thing to realize. But I can
Right.
realize that I'm not going to sit there and watch you do it on a public platform. I'm just not. And if you think that that means that I abandon
Right.
you or that I don't like you or whatever, then you can think that. But I can't let you do that to me. So I just had to, I can't watch her. I hope she feels that I still hope she gets her things together, It would be simple if we could do it for someone, but she
Yeah.
has to, and she may not do it for
Yeah.
herself.
No, she doesn't want to do it. She did. I think she did start taking the Ozempic, but I don't know. That Ozempic ain't gonna stop her from wanting alcohol. That's ingrained in her right now. That is her lifeblood. If she goes live early in the day, she's shaking. She is shaking. And it's just, again, it's sad to see. It's sad because the people that are there don't know. And look, that Katie that we knew back in the day was no Jim either. All right. But they don't know. And the thing is with her too, your family and your friends aren't trying to save you. That's sad. Her dad, her real, they're not trying to save her. Why would you want your daughter or your friend to die that death? Because, cirrhosis ain't pretty at all. And it takes its time. Why would you want your daughter or your friend to go through that? Go figure. I don't know. I mean, her dad's a drunk too. So, and her mother was. So, I mean, honestly, it was stacked against her. Because her mom died of, she was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And then, all right, seeing that, what the fuck makes you want to go and do the same thing? What is going on? I don't understand it all. I don't understand it all. But you do better when you know better. That's what they say. But sometimes by the time you know better, it's too late. It is too late. So, I don't know what will happen with her. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just sad to watch. And it's sad to watch the people that.
One of the things that I feel the most guilty about with my brother's death is that when he overdosed and he died, there was part of me that thought, thank God it's over. I thought that, but coming from the family member of someone who has been constantly on edge, worrying every time the phone rings, is this the call? Is this going to be the call? Okay, he's going into rehab. He gets out of rehab. Now the phone rings. Oh my God, is this now the cops saying they've picked him up and he's done it again? And when you've done that for so long, I think the worst thing that you realize is that there is some relief when you finally are done with it. And it feels terrible.
You remember Nancy Smudgeon's mom? You remember Nancy Smudgeon's mom said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
When, exactly what you just said, you never knew. And that when she died, it was a relief. So that's a thing. That's a real thing.
That's very
that I think probably everybody goes through.
That's a hard thing to leave someone else to deal with. And that's why I had so much anger after my brothers died. The one didn't die from an overdose. He died
because they abandoned you. They abandoned you. They effing abandoned you in the middle of a war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Leave me with being
not because they wanted to.
Thank God it's over. Don't leave me with that.
Right? Yeah.
So that's where a lot of my anger came from in my early days of YouTube. Was that I was dealing with all of that, and and it's a terrible thing to leave the people who love you with. Is a feeling of relief because it's so awful.
Yeah, and the fact, because and then you look back and go, well, if they weren't strong enough to do it, I'm not strong enough to do it. You kind of, I don't know. And then like the anger of being you abandoned me in the middle of a battlefield. You two, what that's a lot of anger. I would be, I don't think that's that. I mean, it's probably hard to deal with. And then like with you saying, it was a relief. A lot of people aren't going to say that. They know what you're talking about because they felt it, but they're not going to say it.
To say that it is so taboo to say that.
Oh yeah,
just like
but it's I think
streams when we were doing caregiver streams, and I think this is one reason why we don't do them anymore. I'm just assuming you feel like I do. Is that there are so many people who say that you're not allowed to be angry about it. Well, not everyone comes from the same experience, sometimes I get very angry.
Exactly.
But it's taboo to say
that. Yeah. And and I think we always said be mad. Go throw a fit. Come throw a fit over here. If you got 15 minutes, go throw a fit somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah. I mean, anger is a stage that we all have to go through various parts of our life. It's sometimes it saves us, it protects us. It protects us, that anger, because I don't, just because you'd rather be mad than hurt. So it's easier to be mad. I'll pick mad all day long, and that was the problem with me. Most of my life, I picked mad because it served my purpose. It protected me.
Right.
So I thought. But when you go through, I mean, again, anger is like I say, it's part of life, duh. But it's a lot. It's part of healing anything. Yeah, I gotta acknowledge it. It's not going to go anywhere, until you acknowledge it. And then it'll say, okay, I guess you don't need me anymore. And it's a lot harder to get mad.
And Evelyn, when you say the best sleep you had in years was when your mom was incarcerated, I completely understand that, because if my brother was in jail, I knew he was alive, and I knew that he was not my problem for a couple days. Like, I didn't have to be on the edge of my seat, making sure he wasn't hanging out with people who were selling him drugs, making sure he wasn't sneaking around, stealing my car. If he was in jail, I knew where he was, and I knew he was alive. And I could finally let my guard down for a night or 2 nights,
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds awful to people who don't understand it, or to people who are very codependent or enmeshed. It sounds awful when they hear someone say, you know what, he's in jail and I feel relieved. Or, the first thing I thought after I got the call that he had passed was, thank God it's over. People, that sounds awful. And it would sound awful to me. And I even understand it, So I try not to judge. When I hear someone say something like that, I try not to judge.
No.
Because, in my feelings in the moment, it's shocking to hear that. But on a deeper level, I completely understand that.
And when you share it, people go, me too. Oh my God, me too. Okay, so this is the thing. That's why I always wanted to do the caregivers thing. If you're mad, you should be mad. It's unfair. It's unfair. To have this on you. It's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to do this, be able to do this in life. Hearing somebody say, you know what? Yeah, I pissed off. I'm relieved, whatever they want to say. It helps that somebody says it first.
Right.
So that the other people can go, oh, thank God I thought it was just me. No, it ain't just you. It's not even a little bit.
That's the good thing about sharing things like that on YouTube, is that there are people sitting there thinking they're the only ones who ever had that thought, or the only ones who ever felt that. But then there are people who will weaponize that against you and say, look at the terrible person she was. Let's all go harass her. But that, and that's kind of what Tammy was doing. That's what Tammy was doing, that I had something against. Saying that anyone who put their parent in a nursing home was a piece of shit. Well, when you say that, and you know that I put my parent, well, I didn't put her in a nursing home, but we decided together that she should be in a nursing home. You're saying I'm a piece of shit. And she says, I never said you were a piece of shit. And I'm like, but I put my mother in a nursing home. And, where is your logic? Instead of just saying that everyone has different experiences and different circumstances, and sometimes making the best choice is not making the easiest choice.
Half the time it's that.
For some people,
the easy one's never the right.
For some people, keeping their parent at home becomes a situation where it's not fair to the parent, and it's not fair to the person caring for them, and it becomes an abusive situation. And I don't ever want my mother to be abused by me in any way, whether that's psychologically, whether that's verbally. you know, and here's the thing, my mother was abusive to me psychologically and verbally. So I have a lot of problems with that.
Right.
It was not good when she was living in my home. It wasn't good for me.
Right.
And I was
That's what's
afraid
going on
it might
today. Yeah.
get to a point where, because it wasn't good for me, I might start making it not good for her. And I do not
Right.
want to become
Yes.
an abuser, even if it's just verbally telling
Yeah.
someone to shut up, or, or God, whatever people say.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that person.
Yeah.
So my
Because
mom,
it's not their fault.
no, it's not her fault.
You know?
And I know my mom didn't know how to do anything different than exactly what she did.
Hmm.
But
Right.
that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you on that. 100%. I mean, it's very hard to, it's your home. It's your home.
Right.
And yeah, and I like with me, I remember how uncomfortable you made me feel because everything was always your home and everything. I go through that now. She'll say something and I'll think, what are you talking about right now? You know, uh, and it's hard. It's hard. I don't care if you had a great relationship with your parents. Being a caregiver is so effing hard, and there is no alternative. There is no, like my mother, 81, Parkinson's, starting to lose a little bit. Um, she is not so unable that she can't drive and go to things, and she's not, with the falls and whatnot. So there's no, we're in the middle ground there, and that's where millions and millions and millions of people are now, because there's nowhere to put them. What do you do? What do you do? Well, there's no options when they're in that spot, in between those two spots. And
Right.
so when children, and you're the only child you think about it like at this point when it comes to her,
Right.
There's no alternative. They have to be here. And when you become the parent to somebody that wasn't a good parent, it's just I can't even put it into words. That's why I would like they were so important to me to say them. Say the words.
When it really hit
Because
me that it was not a good situation was when I said something to her that she used to always say to me when I was a child. We were arguing about something. She wanted something one way and I didn't want it that way. And I said, anytime you don't like it in my house, you can leave. Now, these were the things that were said to me when I was a child. Okay. And I heard myself say that.
Yeah.
And my mom started crying and she said, I don't have anywhere else to go. And I thought, this is not who I am. I don't ever want to repeat the things that hurt me when I was a child and turn that around on my mom.
Right.
No matter how I feel about how she said it to me. It broke my heart. And I could not do it.
Right,
said,
exactly.
You do have other places you could go, Mom. You do. And if you think that would be wise, let's look into them, because this is not how I want it to be. And so that was the breaking point.
Sometimes things come out of my mouth that shock me.
Who wants to be the person that says that to their elderly mother? I didn't want to be that person. And I know she didn't want to hear that, regardless of, all these people who think turnabout is fair play. No, it's not. It hurt me and I knew better. It hurt me when I was a kid.
It's not.
And I knew better, knowing that it was going to hurt her when I said it. Right, Evelyn. My mom used to
Yes,
say that.
things come flying out of your mouth that you don't expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's a certain, you're not going you ran a shitty house. I don't do it. And that comes out of your mouth and you're like, oh shit. Oh, come on. Yeah. Because things that she used to say too will come out of my, it's funny you said it because there are things that she said all my life that's come out of my mouth. And I'm like, where did that fucking come from? Where did
Right.
now I'm no better. Now I'm no better. Yeah. So that's a hard thing too. And sometimes, look, you go be petty. Sometimes you go be petty. They're in your house, and it's just being petty. But I guess we all have moments when we're like that. You have it with your husband or your kids or your friends. You get petty sometimes. So it's a thing. It's not a plan. It just happens. Just happens.
It does. And we're human.
Yeah, Jeff, it's hard. And again, you got that, these are baby boomers right now. And there's a lot of us out there, that, and again, there are very limited resources that you can go to, but in this weird period, and that period of time can last a year, 2 years, whatever. It's, until they're not disabled enough and they're not able enough. And it's millions of Americans are going through it and they have no idea what they're doing. No idea what they're doing. And there's little help out there to explain it to you, unless, you can put them away, as they say.
My mom is in a
yeah, exactly. I'm King.
My mom is in a wonderful place. I was so lucky that all of Luke's family, his aunts and his cousins and everyone, work in the nursing home industry. His aunt is the what's it called? The nurse over the whole place.
Practitioner.
She runs the entire nursing staff. Okay. And his cousin is a nurse's assistant there, and his other cousin is a nurse there. And so, I mean, it's just wonderful. And the fact that we were able to, the director of nursing, exactly. They got her in there. My mom is treated like royalty there. And here's the thing. My mom may have treated me poorly. I was neglected. I was abused psychologically and verbally and emotionally and all of those things. I want my mom treated like a queen. I still love her.
Of course.
I love that I am here because of her. She deserves that. I necessarily can't give it to her. So I love knowing that she is being treated well and respected and allowed her dignity, and she gets more communication from people there, because my mother and I, almost all of our conversations descend into chaos. It's just the way it is. And I love that she has people up there who treat her well. I couldn't ask for anything better. I got very lucky, but I know that's not everyone's experience with nursing homes. There are people who have horror stories about nursing homes. I know they're out there. And maybe that's
anything.
That's where Tammy's feeling about me being a piece of shit because my mom lives in a nursing home comes from. But I'm telling you, my mom has it way better in that nursing home. It's more fair to her. It's more dignified for her than it would have been in my home.
It's safer.
And that's the most important thing.
Well, you want to know something funny about that? With her saying that, her sister Nora is the one who took care of their mother, not Tammy. Her sister Nora. And that came from Nora's mouth. Tammy didn't do anything. It was all Nora.
Yeah.
And I know that. And because that came straight from Nora. And another thing is we're only children. Again, you are like now. I don't have a brother or a sister or whatever to help me out. Can you go find out about this or take her here? I'm the only one. I'm the only one. And it's hard when you gotta just stuff around. Between my family and like her, I've got all my days are booked, you know.
Right.
I don't rarely like my kids and me and Devin and Catherine, we love to go to Goodwill on Sundays because it's dollar day. You know, some things are $1. And that's just what we do. On Sundays, it's, you know, you don't need a lot of money to do that. And it's time that I don't have to wonder, has she fallen? Is she in the driveway, you know, falling? Is she on the carport? Is she, you know, I don't have to worry about that. My husband and my son are here, and I can go out and have a lovely day. And I'm lucky in that. Some people aren't even that lucky. You know, they're not that lucky.
Yeah.
So why is my thing doing that? So yeah, that's what we always said. That if you remember what you did, you would tell people take time for yourself, at least this amount of time, and to let people know it's okay. You need it. You know, you need it. Well, there's Mr. Conklin. How you doing, girl? I mean, not girl. Oh my God, sorry, you're not
Right.
girl at all.
Yeah, it's a girl. Too.
Sorry. Yes, sorry. I'm getting old. Okay, RC, I can't. I don't know nothing no more. Trust me. But I did think of the last name of those people, Ann and Bob Woodward. Thank you. I finally found it. I got it. I dug it out. I found it. That's a really interesting story right there. If y'all want to go look at that one, that's a pretty good one. Full of mystery and lies, sex and lies. That's what we all want.
I saw the last one you did was about that couple. God, what are their names now? I know their names so well.
Ed and Lorraine
Yes,
Warren. Ed and Lorraine.
And I was going to jump into the conversation. I was listening. I was going to jump into the chat, but I just didn't have the time to focus really well because the kids were here and stuff. So I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. I was listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
Oh, you could have. You could have.
A lot of times I jump.
Yeah, because I had to. You know, when you got it.
And when I disappear, I'm not trying.
Again, just say shoot. Just say shoot me a link. We got no problems. That was interesting because I had to go through the people that believed them in my chat and the people who were skeptics in my chat, and I had enough information pretty much about both of it. Well, I used to think they were real. They ain't real. Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting because if you go look on in like Reddit, wherever, there are it's people fight back and forth about him still to this day. Back and forth, back and forth. They're real. No, they weren't. They're real. No, they weren't. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting one.
Yeah,
to cover. I like that one. I really like that one. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Sometimes, you know, I told people sometimes I knock it out the park and sometimes not so much. But people are there for both of them, so I can't be mad.
Yeah. It's good to see you, Angela. Angela did stuffed pork chops on her channel the other night. They look delicious. If you haven't subscribed to her and you're a foodie, I suggest you do so.
I'm a foodie.
I'm a foodie.
Why? Well, you know what, Evelyn? Like millions of pages of the file have been released. That's the problem. It's millions of pages. So somebody's not going to be able to read all of that. And then things that should have been redacted, like survivors' names, were left unredacted. That's a big no-no. And then we had our little justice girl, little blonde Bondi. They said, yeah, that was a mistake. Mistake you can't take back. You know, was it a mistake? I don't know. But they're out there, Evelyn. It's just so many pages of it. And I love that now they're talking about UFOs.
They purposely.
They're
did not
I mean,
organize.
literally, they're. Oh yeah, I know, right? It's don't be passive aggressive, honey. Miss Bondi, we ain't buying it. But they
purposely
now have
uh,
redact them. Yeah,
in an orderly fashion. No, like in chronological order or some order that made
Yeah,
sense. You're
yeah.
lost. They weren't.
yeah. She claimed
combined.
that it was too. She claimed it was not long enough. I'm like, shut up, girl. You need to stop that right now. Stop it. Stop it. But now we got them releasing things about UFOs. Why? That's one of the things where dumb people will go over there and go, oh, I mean, I think UFOs, we're not the smartest people in this galaxy. We're not the smartest people in the universe as itself. Trust and believe. There are people, I know that there are preachers that ride by Earth and go, oh, hell no. No. But when they do stuff like that, release this other dumb shit, people start looking at that and not looking at the hand that's got the Epstein files in it or whatever they're trying to, they do that. They're pretty brilliant at it, actually. I mean, I'm just that whole administration, they're really good at that. Don't look at my left hand. Look what my right hand's doing. Nothing going on over here. Stop it. Just stop it. I can't with these people. Then my husband, bless his heart, he voted for the bloated one. And now that he sees what the bloated one is doing, he's like, he lied. I went, yeah, I know. we told you. You voted for him anyway.
You didn't think he lied.
But he just lied. I can't believe he just lied. Believe it. Been doing it like for 8 years now. 8 or 9. So, yeah. Is like now they're saying we lost that. Go to politics for 1 second. We lost the Iran war. We lost it because, Iran didn't open up the strait. All right, they didn't do it. We didn't win that, and now we got to go pay for all the damage we done. And Iran gets to keep control of this, that canal, the Suez, no, not Suez, the Strait of whatever, Hormuz, and they can close it anytime they want. That's not winning. That's losing.
Exactly.
But if you say so, okay. If you call that a win, I guess.
Let us know when you get that dose check because mine will hit the bank probably the same time. And our Terra free bake checks.
God, I wish I had a check. I deserve it. No, I mean, tell you what, samples will be appropriate. Hold on, yeah, I'm reading the chat. Well, I probably have to go because I think I have to cook dinner. And these people literally, look, these idiots want to eat like every night at the same time, and I'm like, whoa,
what is
that's
that
weird?
About? What is?
And then
that
they
all
look at me and
about
want to cook
that
it.
they expect to eat
Yeah,
every
what is your
day?
problem?
Like you need to eat again
Every day, and then I don't want to, call names, but you don't need to eat, right? I'm just kidding. You could skip a meal, okay, sir? You could. But yeah, every day around the same time, they're all sitting there like little birds waiting for the mama bird to drop, I don't know, worms in their mouth. And they get panicky if I'm not there, like, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do? We don't know what to do. So I'm sure if I go in there.
Does Kat still
What?
come home for dinner even though she's got her own little apartment?
He can't. Nah, she'll come home. The only day she has off is Mondays. So like we haven't been doing the the Goodwill, dollar days. That's fine. So she'll come home sometimes on Sunday night and then we'll take her back. So but I told them, if you give me a dish that y'all want to eat, because she's in there with her friend, you let me know. And once a week I'll bring it over. It's and that'll be something good for y'all. So Catherine wanted Chris makes potato soup. It's pretty amazing. And he makes it in the crock pot. So he's in there right now with the crock pot full. And so we'll take it over to her tomorrow. But yeah, she's
It'll be even better tomorrow.
well, that's her
It'll
heart.
be
She's in
Better tomorrow.
she's in an apartment. Well, no, it's this recipe that he got, and it's you put in like Orida hash browns or diced potatoes. I can't remember everything that's in there. They just put it in a crock pot, let it go, and it's really good. So not one of my favorites, but it's really good. And he's doing that for her right now. And she's new to this. What was funny, because when they first moved in it's a true apartment. It's not a dorm room, and they get it for 2 months without a rent-free electricity. They don't have to pay for anything. She was weird. She couldn't, I told her, I said, the best part of living on your own the first time, you can eat cereal for dinner if you want to. You can do a lot of things if you want to. And so she's had she's just a mama's girl and a daddy's girl. So she'll call me 15 times a day. And I'm like, I don't talk to you this much when you're in the house. And Chris was like, why is this costing me more than her regular classes? Because we're taking them to the store. We're taking both of them to Sam's. The other girl, her parents aren't able, to financially to do what we're doing, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. So we took a big haul over there Monday. And Sid, that's the little girl's name, she was like, do I owe y'all any money? And me and Chris at the same time went, no. Like we were offended. No. So it's fun to watch her, be on her own. And she's, bless her heart. I love that kid. She is so good. So she's everything right in the world. That's what I say about her all the time. She's everything right in the world. And I am absolutely honored. Well, I'm honored that God said, you know what? I think you can handle this one. Okay. Well, don't get me wrong. All 4 of my children are my joy. Catherine is just different. She's just different. They're all, you love them for different reasons. So I've tried to tell them when they ask me, who's your favorite? No. I got Kelly. My oldest one is my favorite because I've loved her longer. Devin is my favorite because, we have the same pretty much background, no dad. Vaughn is my favorite because he's my only son. And Catherine's my favorite because she's the baby. That's all I can give you. That's all I can get. That is that. So, yeah, Catherine, bless her heart. I hope she blows this world up with her talent. I really do.
I'm excited for her.
And she will. Yeah. Plus, she could edit my parodies now. And so, as if you're going for film and theater, I do both in my parodies, okay? I do both. It's a little bit of theater and a lot of stuff you gotta you go have to edit. I haven't done one of those in a long time. I probably need to.
Yeah, that was
I like
fun
to do
back
parodies.
all the
It's
parodies.
creative. I know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get off
Mama, Mama Bear moved me.
Mama Bear.
Yeah, she moved me. I don't know if it made me do a lot of them. Anyway, it was great to be up here with you. I'll find us a pretty good case.
Thank you.
And we'll get on it.
Hopefully next time my thing won't be so lagged because we're kind of lagged right now. It's been a little bit hard.
Yeah.
I keep talking over you, so. But thank you for
Sorry.
coming up.
It's good. Hey, thank you for having me up. Bye. And Goalie, I'm gonna get you out there. And
right.
Evelyn, I'll get you out there too. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, guys, thanks for coming in. Jonathan, I do see you backstage. I can have you up for just a minute if you want to say hi to everyone, but I was getting ready to leave. My blood sugar's getting a little bit low.
Oh,
Hey,
never mind, Jenny. I just
Oh,
came to say hi to you, Danny. I love you, Janie.
I love you too, Jonathan. You're always one of my favorite people to see.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm independent.
You are?
Yeah, it's probably better to be independent because you kind of break the system that way, so you don't have to be Republican or Democrat.
Yeah, I'm pretty independent too.
You are?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. There have been times when I haven't been able to register as independent, depending on where I lived and what kind of vote was coming up. Because there are some places where if you're registered independent, you can only vote off your whatever you're registered in their ticket, and
Mhm.
uh, and so a lot of times there's not any independent options.
Mhm.
So for the most part, I've gotten to where I just go ahead and register Democrat. But yeah, I would consider myself an independent if that was more a viable option. But
You could pick two. You could pick two from being coming if you're independent. Plus, I chose also independent because it's balanced. Too much Republican, too much Democrat. It's balanced. Also,
right,
I don't know how democracy works.
you don't.
Nope.
Well, I think you understand it pretty well from the conversations we've had.
Democracy, does it mean mostly democratic, or does it just the letter D, democracy, because all countries come together as one?
Well, there's democracy as a type of leadership style or
Okay.
the way that the country works, but then I don't know if you mean you don't understand what democrat being a democrat means. They're two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
when the D is behind someone's name, when you see it, that means they're a Democrat. And an R behind someone's name means they're a Republican. But that really has nothing to do with the term democracy as far as how government works.
How does it? So democracy. How does it work?
Okay, so let Alexa tell you, okay? Alexa, can you define what a democracy is in political terms?
Democracy is a form of government where political power is vested in the people. It involves rulers being elected through competitive elections, with citizens having rights like freedom of speech, assembly, and voting. The concept has evolved from direct democracy, where people directly decide legislation, to representative democracy, where elected officials govern on behalf of citizens.
Thank you.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so if you're talking about a democracy, that means that the power is supposed to lie with the people. In that, we elect people to represent our best interests in our government.
Right.
Exactly right. You've got the core concept down perfectly. That's the whole idea behind representative democracy.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to help clarify how democracy works.
It's nice to get a compliment from her once in a while.
Yeah, compliments are good.
So yeah, but the D and the R behind people's names, that just means whether they're a Democrat or a Republican.
Right.
So.
No, I knew that. I just thought the Democrat and democracy, they rhyme, so I'm assuming that that's what it always meant. But
yeah, that gets confusing because they are a form of the same root word. So, but people tend to think that because someone's a Democrat, that has something to do with the way our government is a democracy, but it doesn't really. Because Republicans are in a democracy too.
Well, that's good. That you're independent.
Yeah.
Or Democrat. I still like you however you like. However you want.
Like I said, it's just easier to register as a Democrat so that I don't get caught up, regardless of where I live, what state or county or where, depending on what I'm voting for, that they don't pigeonhole me where I can only vote for certain options.
You know, I don't think we ever get to see a Democrat governor in Florida. I don't think ever once. I mean, all I keep seeing is red. I mean, where's the blue? Where's the ballots between that?
I don't know. I'm not very familiar with Florida history, but that would be interesting to know.
Right.
Well, I think you understand it all more than you think you do. I think you second guess yourself sometimes.
I do a lot. It's very bad.
That's not bad. It's good to admit, that sometimes you don't know everything about something, because you can always learn more. So that's good. But, give yourself credit. You know more than you think you do.
True. I evolve a little bit. Slower, but a little bit.
That's right.
All right, Jenny, I'll let you go now so you can relax better.
Okay, thank you. I gotta go get something to eat. Cass is reminding me. Don't forget my sugar, my blood
Don't
sugar.
forget the sugar, yeah.
That's right.
I probably need to lay off the sugar because I eat too much sugar.
Well, while you're young, you can afford to do more of that kind of stuff, as long as you don't have diabetes. So
I hope so. I hope I don't get diabetes too.
let's see. Angela said the last Democratic governor of Florida was Kenneth McKay, who served from December 12th, 1998 to January 5th, 1999. Were you even born then?
I was born in 1998.
Okay, so that's why you don't remember. You were only a year old.
Yeah, I was born in the classic year.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming up, Jonathan. It's good to see you and good to talk to you, and I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you. Glad you're doing well too, Janie. Can't wait to see your next live.
Okay.
All right.
I love you, bud.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So I'm going to get off of here, and I appreciate you coming. We had a good discussion. We kind of hit on a lot of different stuff. I always love that. And I'll probably see you in other people's chat rooms. I hope you're all subbing up to each other. Those are the places I go and hang out, and I love seeing you everywhere. So y'all have a good day. And if no one has told you today, you are important, you matter, and you are loved. And I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.